All right, every pony, welcome back. But before before we get to chapter 2, I just wanted to oh, here, let me show you this. Just look at this real quick. I can't even pronounce the name. It's like Magna Leo Orion. What? You know the little Pokemon letters. They're throwing me off. And look, look at this. Look at these comments. I'm not even gonna. You should verify your game. What? Alright, everybody. Back to the finale, actually. Whoa. The finale. Because this is it. I actually looked, there's no sequel or prequel or anything. So this is the finale. But yeah, all right, yeah. Bye. I looked down. Applejack. Twilight puts a hand on my shoulder. Don't worry, she says. I'm sure Applejack will come around eventually. It's just, this is kind of shocking, you know? She just needs some space. I hope she's right. Rarity? I agree. Try not to take it personally. Applejack can be a tad impulsive. Rarity says. When I first heard the news, I wasn't quite sure how to react either. If I had trusted my gut, I might have said something similar. But I didn't. I held my tongue until I knew everything. And I'm glad I did. Because as you defended yourself, I realized this didn't change a thing. You're still you, Fluttershy, and you wouldn't hurt a fly. That's all that matters. Thanks. You might want to continue to be discreet about it, though. Rarity is. If the wrong people found out, things might become unpleasant. I looked down. So, I have to keep hiding? Rainbow Dash scoffs. Of course, she says. If this got out, just imagine what the rich bimbos would think. Rarity clears in her. What kind of person do you think I am, Rainbow Dash? I'm not going to stop associating with one of my friends just because high society tells me to. She says. Remember, I've turned down countless invitations to work from Camelot, even though that would help my social status immensely. Rainbow Dash winces. Besides, that wasn't exactly what I was getting at. Really is. If Photo Finish found out about this, I'd probably have to physically restrain her from interviewing Fluttershy. She loves to push boundaries, that one, and she isn't alone. An opportunity like this, with one of the elements, no one would be able to resist. Fluttershy would get an exclusive interview in New York Magazine easy. And after that, who knows? Mary looks at me. I know how much you hated the pressure of being a model. Imagine what it would feel like to be the representative of an entire lifestyle. I shudder. I haven't even thought of that. If it helps, try not to think of it as hiding. Twilight says. You don't need to tell everyone about this. There are plenty of culturally acceptable ways you can express your affection. Yeah, I mean, no one minds the way you love animals now. You don't need to change a thing. Pinkie Pie says. And your feelings towards them aren't always sexual, right? I'm not. Well, that's a start. Twilight says. Once you make it clear you don't abuse animals, you won't sleep with any that don't make advances on you, and you aren't attracted to all of them, there's surprisingly little to argue against, at least if you ask me. Not to mention, Meredith says, I think interspecies relationships are starting to become more acceptable. I once had a client who was engaged to a diamond dog, and she wasn't running into nearly as much bigotry as she thought she would. I forgot about that, Twilight says, and turns to me. Are you attracted to any of the other intelligent magical races? Like diamond dogs, breezies, dragons, or minotaurs? I blush at the mention of dragons. Dragons. Part two. Fluttershy. Honestly, they arouse me almost as much as they terrify me. Dragons, maybe. They're quadrupeds, which helps. Not to mention, a large dragon overtaken by greed is practically feral. I shake my head. But of course, actually doing anything with one is impossible and dangerous, so it's for fantasies only. Rainbow Dash says, smirking. Yes, I admit, shrinking back. I thought those desires were the most depraved of them all, but everyone seems to be taking this better than the initial news. If you're attracted to other intelligent species, you might not be exclusively a zoophile, Twilight says. And if you aren't exclusively a zoophile, I might have a trick up my sleeve to help you out. Pinkie Pie is suddenly in her face. What? What is it? In a moment, Twilight says, politely pushing her away. Now, you all have to promise not to tell anyone about this, okay? This information's going to be slowly released to the public over the next couple years, but for now, it's confidential. I'm only telling you this because I think it would be good for Fluttershy to hear this. We all pantomime the Pinky Promise routine, wondering what on earth Twilight's going to tell us. After taking a deep breath, Twilight starts. Dragons. Since becoming princess, I've learned a few things. she says. In particular, there are some secrets Celestia and Luna don't let reach public ears. Don't get the wrong idea. They aren't terrible secrets. Just things that would be controversial, that pose more of a risk to the princess's veneer of respectability than anything else. She looks outside. Both princesses want to slowly reveal those secrets to the public. They think society is ready. They're tired of being used as models for high society behavior they don't even agree with. And they're tired of the pressure of hiding that. That's one of the reasons I was made princess. They felt they needed someone with a different perspective to help make their regimen more transparent. Twilight looks at me. Given the circumstances, I don't think Celestia would mind you knowing this. She pauses. Tell me, have you ever wondered how Equestria, a small, peaceful nation, has so consistently managed to keep dragons who are so aggressive, nomadic, and nearly impossible to control from bothering us? A display of strength? Rainbow Dash guesses. Twilight scoffs. You could call it that. Rarity's eyes widen. Wait, you're not suggesting I am? Twilight says. Back in the earliest days of Equestria, Celestia had to negotiate with the dragons so that they'd recognize our country. It wasn't easy. We had so many natural resources they were after, and they had no hierarchical government, just a bunch of nomadic tribes. Everything seemed hopeless, but then something happened. Celestia had been meeting one of the dragons in secret, and one night, at the darkest hour, she ended up making love to him. She smiles. Strangely enough, it turned out to be what turned the tables. Until then, no one, not a single person from any of their species had successfully consummated their love with a dragon. It was the only thing that sufficiently impressed the tribes to listen to her. It's probably the only reason they honor her request to this day. Rainbow Dash's jaw hangs open. What? You mean Celestia sold her body for negotiations? Twilight shakes her head. No, that's not it at all, she says. In fact, she was sure it would hurt her cause, and did everything she could to hide it. I mean, we still don't know about it, right? And when she told me about it, the look in her eyes, she looks at me. She was in love, Fluttershy. Do you realize what that means? Holy shit! I don't even know what that. My eyes widen. It can't be. It is. If you're attracted to things completely different from ponies, don't beat yourself up about it, because so is Celestia, Twilight says. And if she hadn't succumbed to temptation, hadn't given in to that night of supposed depraved passion, we wouldn't be here. There's nothing to be ashamed about. Nothing at all. Everyone blushes. I'm a bit past that. I don't think anything could have aroused me as much as what Twilight said right now. Picturing Celestia meeting up with that dragon in the heat of the night, consequently nuzzling against him, the moon suddenly becoming more steamy as they give into their deepest desires, one by one. I stand up. It's too much. In the span of a few seconds, I've gained more hope than I ever expected to get in a lifetime. And it came in the form of a waking wet dream. Because if Celestia's done it, then that means I'm not. I stammer before looking away. I'm sorry. I have to. I run out before I can see anyone's reactions. The feelings coursing through me are unlike anything I've ever felt before. Because finally, I feel like I'm not scum. And I don't know what that means. The end. Alright. Thank you everybody so much for watching and listening. Follow me on Twitter at Spearheart FIM. That's SPHERTHEARTFIM. Enter. Boom, and you'll find me. That's me. I'm the dark pony with the blue. Hey, Spearheart like button. Alright, gotta go.